For those who have followed Nathan Drake's many exploits over the years, Uncharted 4 is bound to be familiar ground. You play as our titular treasure hunter trying to find the lost treasure of Libertalia. The main difference is that, this time, Drake isn't as willing of a participant in this adventure as he has been in the past, only beginning this quest on behalf of his older brother Sam, who up until this point was thought to be deceased. From there, I won't spoil too much of the story, but it's pretty standard stuff for an Uncharted game. You will encounter old allies and new villains, all expertly voiced by the Uncharted cast, bringing believability and humor to the situations that the characters find themselves in.
Had me worried there for a minute, Victor. Thought I might have to kill you.
Okay, let's ruin this asshole's evening.
The gameplay in Uncharted 4 hasn't been changed up much since its last installment. You will traverse an area, get into a gunfight or two, watch a cutscene, rinse and repeat, yada yada yada. The climbing segments remain largely the same, with Drake and company traversing impossibly large obstacles with relative ease. The only major difference is that they are now equipped with a grappling hook that helps mix things up a little bit without changing the formula too much. Getting into conflicts with enemies is also fairly similar to the past, with only a few minor tweaks. When getting into fistfights, there appear to be many more interactable environmental objects than in previous titles, allowing for some visual diversity to the brawling. The earlier mentioned grappling hook can also be used in these situations for a powerful one-punch knockout. Shootouts largely play out the same as well, however they can be made a bit less frustrating due to the new auto-aim mechanic that you can enable or disable at your leisure. Many of these gameplay changes have made their way into the game's multiplayer, which, while it feeling skimpier than the multiplayer matches of the past, is fairly accessible and fun to play. The multiplayer has a new tutorial system that allows you to get used to some of the new additions, such as buddies that you can call into battle to give your team a hand, and relics that can be used in-game to devastate your enemy. Currently, only counter-operative play is available, though it has been stated that there will be free additional content available in the future, including new maps, co-op mode types, and so on. Uncharted 4, unsurprisingly, is incredibly scenic. Large open areas show off beautiful vistas, while rummaging through the jungle reveals incredibly detailed plant life. All of the character models have received updates to their looks as well, all of them being more expressive than they ever have been in the past. This is accentuated by the characters' well-written dialogue, both in cutscenes and chatter while wandering in the game world.
Well, I didn't think he'd show up.
Or maybe you wanted to draw him out.
Why the hell would I do that?
Because you think you need him. And maybe you do. Point is, I'm done trying to do things the clean way. If the treasure is here, we'll find it. And if not, well, maybe it's time to move on, huh?
The only problem with the game is that certain areas feel padded out, especially towards the end. The nature of the Uncharted franchise is you are supposed to switch from doing one particular activity too long to prevent monotony, and unfortunately certain chapters began to feel boring, bordering on irritating. In general, the game works as a great possible send-off for one of Naughty Dog's greatest franchises. While there are minor problems with pacing, it doesn't detract too much from the overall excellent experience that the game has to offer.
What? Is that it?
Thank you for watching our review of Uncharted 4. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel for more content updates as they become available. And, well, until then, we'll see you next time.